Hey there, Earl Harville back with you again. Today, I thought I would talk a little bit about my creative process. I've had several of my students recently ask me about the process of me. How do I write? As a writer, how do I approach putting the songs together? So I decided I would talk about that a little bit today, especially since I'm, getting back to work on my album project. I would say for me, most of the time, I tend to start writing at the keyboard, especially for slower stuff, mid-tempo stuff. I tend to start, well, even a lot of the up-tempo stuff. Now that I think about it, I tend to sit down at the keyboard and start doing something there. Start playing with some chords, or have a certain idea for a bass line. So it generally starts for me with chord structure, bass lines, stuff like that. As the foundation, and then from there I tend to build and generally get a melody after I've gotten the chord structure all together. Then I generally get a melodic idea. I tend to write lyrics last most of the time. I don't know, and I'm not quite sure why that is. I guess for me it's the music flows faster than the lyrics do. Lyrics I have to spend a little bit more time on. While I know some people, they write the lyrics really fast, and putting the music together is a slightly more laborious process for them. For me, it's the other way. I generally come up with the musical ideas really quick. The structure takes form really fast, and then the lyrics generally tend to take me a little while. When I first started writing, though, it used to be the opposite. When I first started seriously writing songs, when it was my freshman year in college, I actually used to write the lyrics first. And I would write the entire song, all the verses and the bridge and the hook, everything. And then we'll go back and write a melody and then put the music to it. And I don't know when, I'm not sure when that changed. But within the first, I was probably say within the first 3 or 4 years of writing, that did start to change, where it moved from me doing lyrics first to doing the music first. I tend to write rather late. I'm a nighttime writer most of the time. I tend to be in my best writing mode after the sun goes down. So it's anywhere from early evening until the wee hours of the morning is when I've tended to write most. Recently, though, I will say this. Recently, I've started writing again some lyrics first kind of stuff. I found that that's starting to kind of come up again, where I'm writing the lyrics first and then I'm writing the music to fit it. I'm trying to challenge myself a little bit more to switch up so that I don't get locked into one mode of operation. So I'm trying to get used to doing a little bit more, trying to flipping things around. One of the things I've started doing in the last year or so is that sometimes I'll just sit and start writing ideas in terms of lyrics, so that I'm not stressing myself about trying to put together the entire form of the verse or the entire form of the chorus and the bridge, write it in one fell swoop. I'll get some general ideas and I'll just write these single line ideas out, and then I can come back and go, okay, I like this line, I think this line will work. And so there's been a couple of the newer things that I've been writing that have come forth that way. Just kind of going with this, getting these ideas out, not trying to put them into a form yet, just write these little ideas. Then I can come back and go, okay, this idea goes with this, and I think these things work together well in the chorus, and these little ideas here work together really well in the verse. So that's kind of what I've been also doing. So again, I'm trying to stretch myself a little bit more. I got plenty of slow stuff, so I'm revisiting, putting together some more up-tempo stuff for the project. I've got some stuff that's been sitting around for a while that's up-tempo that I like, but I'm also going to be writing some brand new up-tempo things, just to kind of see how that's going to go. So that's kind of the general insight into my process. Having a digital recorder or something at your disposal is a great idea, because when you get those melodic ideas, especially, that's a great thing to be able to get some little snippet of this theme down, so that you can come back to it, and then be able to bring it to fruition later. One good thing to do, and I'm trying to get better about this, is to make myself sit down and write every day, and I've not been consistent with that. So that's kind of my new task for myself, is to sit down and write every day, if it's only for 10 to 15 minutes. And again, it's not necessarily to walk away with a finished song at every sitting. It's to come up with some basic ideas. I can come back later. Don't try to edit myself when I'm trying to get stuff out. Just let the stuff come out, and then you can come back and critique it, mold it into something that's going to be more substantial later on. So that's me just kind of ranting a little bit, just kind of talking off my head about how I create. And so I'll be doing that a little bit more, keeping you up to date on what's happening as I'm starting to put this album project together. Okay, well, that's enough for me for right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.